Beginning in 2004, people started seeing dolphins in Newport Harbor. The first 2 dolphins who were observed in the harbor died there after several months. A necropsy revealed they suffered domoic acid poisoning. Since then, the frequency of dolphin sightings has been on the rise. In 2011, I began the CDOC Project to systematically monitor dolphins' behavior in Newport Harbor and neighboring Corona del Mar Beach. I want to know how often dolphins are entering the harbor, whether the same individuals are returning on a regular basis, and how dolphins' behavior in the harbor compares to their behavior in other coastal regions. Instead of tagging dolphins, I use non-invasive dorsal fin photo identification to track individual dolphins. This involves photographing dolphins' dorsal fins, a difficult task since dolphins are always on the move, and analyzing these photos back in the lab where I've built a catalog of dorsal fins with unique ID numbers. This method not only allows me to track individuals, but also track their relationship to other individual dolphins. By establishing how often different pairs and groups of dolphins hang out with one another, I can begin understanding the social network of dolphin affiliations. This will allow me to track how new information and behavior, such as visiting Newport Harbor, spreads throughout the population. My hypothesis is that young juvenile dolphins play a particularly important role in the transfer of information throughout the coastal stock.
My children bear the consequences everywhere. Imminent, you seem to be a picture of fragility. What is it that you think of me? Is it a woman that you see? Is it so hard to forgive the way that we've been made to live? How much is required to set things right?
Newport Harbor is a busy fishing, sailing, and yacht port, as you can see here. As a result, harbor fish tend to have high contaminant levels. So if the dolphins are feeding often here, it could have detrimental effects on their health.
Is required to set things right. Have you confused your power with mine?
I also want to know the impact that dolphins are having on this region, which may range from depredation of fishing lines, to interference with navigation, to contamination of water quality. And anytime wild animals, such as dolphins, frequent an area populated by humans, like Newport Harbor and Corona del Mar State Beach, it is important to monitor interactions between the 2 species and ensure that neither is harmed by the other. As large mammals and apex predators, common and bottlenose dolphins in the coastal regions can serve as the canary in the coal mine for ocean and harbor health. We're more likely to detect ailments in dolphins and other large marine mammals before noticing problems in fishes and other coastal residents, including humans.
Took a train to get to you. Finally got there and I couldn't find you anywhere. We could be good, but we don't live the way that we should. Constantly told we're imperfect and cannot be good.
You may have noticed an absence of any underwater footage from my video. That's because I haven't yet been able to purchase the underwater video equipment that I need, which runs about $300. My hope is that in crowdsourcing on Petri Dish, I can raise funds for this equipment and more. Recording underwater footage of these dolphins would not only make this video more interesting, but it would allow me to establish the sex of dolphins I identify, which will really inform our understanding of their social network and dynamics. Capturing subsurface behavior is also critical to gaining a complete picture of coastal dolphin behavior and will help me and other researchers to better interpret these animals' surface behavior. Please help support my research on these beautiful and intelligent creatures. By doing so, you will be helping to identify, evaluate, and resolve conservation problems for coastal dolphins and other marine life in the Southern California Bight. Findings from the proposed research have implications for marine wildlife management, our understanding of the impacts of human-dolphin interactions in coastal areas, and comparisons of dolphin behavior across populations. In addition, conservation actions intended at mitigating threats to dolphins can result in protection for entire communities of organisms, marine protected areas, as well as the ecosystem itself.